Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Today, I'm assuming nothing's changed here, right? Yeah, I guess back to Bikini Bottom? Hey, Dahlia? No? Okay. Letter? No? Okay. I tried showing that to Edgeworth, right? No. Did I try showing that to Edgeworth? I might have not. Maybe now I have to go back to here? I mean, I already tried showing you this, and I got whipped for it, yow. You don't want to talk about your mother. Might not even know she's your actual mother, I don't know. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Wafer-thin? Oh my god. It's the same thing! Iris, do you have anything to say about this? No? Okay. Kind of like just wasting my time then. Garden? Am I missing something with you? You don't want that. Apparently, Iris was taken in by the sister here as a temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. It reminds me, Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up stuff on her. Do I need to show you Dahlia again? No. Okay. Well, I am confused. Let me make a call. No. Is there anything around here? Like, is Pearl hiding in the water? No. I don't know why they wanted to get firewood when they have firewood right there. Huh. Maybe there's something... with gumshoe? I don't know. I guess we could... I think we already tried to show you Dahlia, right? We showed you that. Yeah. Nothing else here. So the only... Shito. Yeah. Nothing from... Oh, this cane's gone. Should I ask him for the cane back? By cane, I mean staff? Can I do that? Murder weapon. Can I have it back, please? I never would have guessed that there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call that a sword cane. Alright. I guess it's in the murder weapon. No. Yeah. So that's all the same. Alright, well, shit. I guess I'm just gonna go around and, present stuff to people and see if anything different comes up. I'm like missing a room somewhere, am I? Feel like I might be missing a room. How about this jet ski? By jet ski, I mean snowmobile. We already checked it out. All right, well, I guess I'll be back in like, God, I hope just a minute. Oh! So, yeah, apparently, you have a psyche lock, and I Kinda thought Pearl was the only one that had psyche locks. Can I do this right now with you doing the locks? Apparently I can. How do you know how I use this? Do I just hold it up to them? Oh, it's only 3 locks too. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told me about what you were doing on the night of the crime. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be true? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me, too. But I can't, because you're a liar. Because this person saw you somewhere else that night of the murder. I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini. Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back legs acts up, violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. Well, I took off all my clothes and dipped into a bath hut stud. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were at the inner temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. How is that impressive? Look, don't get me wrong. I know I'm impressive, but how was that impressive? I just repeated to you what Bikini said. The acolyte's training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early, so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the temple. So I would have left around 9:40 p.m., I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up to this! I don't know. Is it the weather? Could be the weather. Might be the weather. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Was that bell noises? Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me! You gave me your hood! Mr. Wright. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris. But that's crazy. How could that be? Channeling technique! There's only one of me. It's impossible. Possible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. They didn't really animate that, so I didn't know you were trembling. You seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there was more than one of me. I have firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps. That's right. She's my ex-girlfriend, kind of. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well. I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer... Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry. I'm not. Thank you. There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, was in fact your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne. But you just said it was yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that? Those fake tears won't work on me, demon lady. Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is the channeling dojo, a training ground for the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. That's a secret you've been trying to hide from me. Time to get those fingernail ripping pliers. Ah! Oh, thank you for the health back. The night of the crime. I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted in the temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month. As I suspected, the Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the temple on the night of the murder was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing. What are you talking about? Excuse me? Because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again. You betrayed her? What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way. What is she talking about? Betrayal. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started. Wait, were you the girl that was kidnapped? She started to commit crimes at the crime, and in the end, she lost her life. Yeah, she's a horrible person. It's all because I betrayed her. How did you betray her, Iris? There was no coincidence that Eagle Mountains where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing. What? But I got scared, so I ran away. What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful. But I promised that I helped. And she didn't do it for the money. Huh? It was revenge on our father. Revenge? Revenge. Probably get back at for, like, leaving your mother? What do you mean by revenge? He was the hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell. I mean, she sent her own self to hell. Her mother, she must be talking about Morgan Fay. Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch family of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in the main business in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all that as the next master, but she was weak. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired, because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Korean. Pretty sure when you say took it from her, I mean the other master probably chose her as a successor because she was better than your mother. Now, to be fair, Misty Faye has her own set of problems that make her a horrible person, like abandoning her children 17 years ago. But at the same time, like, it's not exactly her fault that her mother chose her over Morgan. But before long, the credibility of the Korean tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mr. Misty Faye, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our family at home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there. And that's when you came to Hazakura Temple? Yes. That woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. I haven't seen my mother once since then. Oh, she's in jail, in solitary confinement. Having Master Seed stolen for her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. She's a murderer! I think I finally beginning to see how this pieces together. Your whole family's fucked! Hi, Franzi. I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fae clan. That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him? Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts. I see. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Ow! Hurry up, Phoenix! Oh, you were whipping me. There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise. Okay, so you don't know anything about Dahlia and I guess. Thank you, I suppose I should continue my investigation. There's still one giant lock, or secret left to unlock. Yeah, the locks with Pearl. Pearl's psycho locks. Alright, well, bye. Glad I'm not related to any of you. Because holy hell. I mean, the Fae clan has their own set of problems, but Jesus Christ. Look at that! They really did make a fire right in front of the shack. That's a fire hazard. Oh, Mr. Nick! You're too late, Nick! If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I'm pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Hey Pearl. What about this? Okay, so you sure you don't want to see a dead body? Alright, I'm just asking. I know that's kind of your thing. Alright. The night of the crime. As I didn't know on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donham's room, reading a book together, right? Yeah, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. To the inner temple. We are actually already seen this because you were worried about Maya. Oh, yeah, you gotta come over here and be like, hold it, or take it. Take that, or take it. And so the next one was... You went to this place for a very simple reason. That is... Oh, no, we actually already did this one, too. That's for Maya. So... The next one is the one where I couldn't go further, right? I think? I wanted to get there, start it, but there was no snow. I didn't get there until after 10. So after 10, how did you know what time it was? Because I could hear the bell ring. Oh, okay. It's the burnt notes. It's the burn notes. It's the burn notes. It's the burn notes. It's the burn notes. The burn notes. Burn notes. Pearl, if you murdered your aunt... I mean, I knew you had it in you. I'm just surprised you didn't eat her. You were given some instructions to follow that night, weren't you? How did you get these instructions? Isn't your mother in solitary confinement? I'm assuming you recognize these pieces of paper. What is with you and burning shit, too? Where did you... In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls, you were following the instructions of the sledges that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. Hi, I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing! These instructions were found in the incinerator. I believe they were written for you, Pearl. For me? No! As you can see, a large portion have been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Ugh. Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. AK, don't be dumb, player. You know who it's supposed to be. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was on the letter. Ugh! Just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met at the Doom Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. She wore the hood to cover her hair. You know anything about her, Pearls? You know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. I mean, I guess you probably did inherit some of their demonic look, though. Your forehead is gigantic. At least you didn't get the creepy alien eyes. About the instructions, Chronos, she's a 9-year-old girl. Stop picking us. Sorry. Have the instructions in the letter I found. About the instructions I found in the letters that I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. Even after they murdered someone, Pearl, and try to blame your cousin, who's like your older sister at this point. Hell, maybe even mother, since she's kind of maybe raising you. I don't know who's raising you, Pearl. Is it the werewolves? It's probably the werewolves. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote the set of letters? Yeah, it was Morgan? Pearls, I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? Sorry. But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you? I figured it out, Pearl. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. That monster. Wah! All right, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Miss Nick, why is she holding back from me? I don't know. Should I get the fingernail ribbon pliers? Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child. Huh? If you're trying to say I follow these instructions, I'd like to see some proof. What? Because I don't think you have any. She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out these instructions. Guess I have to produce some more evidence then. And one more thing, you should do it. All right, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it. However, I do know that whoever did it was a child. How do you know that? It could have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. A simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure you thought you were careful following the instructions you've been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. What? Oh! Oh my god. Gravy roast. Okay, I get it. That's hilarious. It was you who splattered gravy on the hanging scroll, wasn't it? Why would I do something like that? Do you remember what was written in this letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? But you didn't know how to read the word gravely and roast, among others, right? How do you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donham on the night of the murder? Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Relatable. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? Miss Elise. So for like example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Okay. Sure, Miss Donham taught you to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. And that's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange, because I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my own mother had asked me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right. I mean, I would send you to an orphanage now, Pearl, but I would fear for the other children's lives and you eating them, so can't do that. I guess you're just gonna have to go to jail with your mother. Though for some reason I don't think you actually did it. Yeah, because you lost your powers, right? The night of the crime. At the dinner that night, I did go to the temple, the inner temple, with a pot full of leftover gravy. The gravy. I saw the picture on the hanging on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master Crane, like it said in the letter. I see, and then? Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of the snow. So I went into the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yeah, I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mr. Maya's main training was already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed there while I stayed where I was and prayed for it to get through it. But then Earls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it. Hey, don't worry about it, Pearls. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fall asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. I fell asleep. Anyway, when you found yourself trapped in the inner temple, yeah, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore and there was no one at the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter in the incinerator when then I heated up the leftover gravy and let off some steam by chucking the gravy at the scroll while you cried. Can you animate that? Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like, Nick. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. That would equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry. Lost powers. It was written right in my mother's letters. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel a spirit. I was on my way over to the inn temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia's Hawthorne spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it? I never failed at channeling someone, so this is the first time it happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it. Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It all worked out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yeah, I don't know what to do. Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is, anyways? It happened if someone else had already was channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right? Yeah, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a lot of chicks that they're already taken. Yeah, then, yeah, okay. Then what, yeah, sure, Larry, shut up. Like, just shut up. Then what would, Jesus Christ, Larry. Then what would, that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yeah, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. Huh, this letter. Definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter. My mother has gone to a place called penitentiary. Yeah, I know. She's a murderer, Pearl. I visit her every month. I'm surprised she gets a lot visitor. And last month she told me. We've been waiting for this to come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae Clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. So she had this planned out for over a year? Well, shit, that worked. Oh, and you suggested the retreat? Pearl. My mother is always such nice to me. I love her very much. Yeah, mums don't do anything for the kids, right? Some mums. She said it was good for the good of the Fae Clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Mai is part of the Fae Clan, so it had to be good for her too. That's right, isn't it, Nick? No! No, Phoenix, you tell her the goddamn truth. I know she's 9, but Jesus. There was a picture with her letter too. A picture? Of Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit. But this time, pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, so if someone had already, opened it before. That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Myers will be alright. You are delusional. You are 9, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, still. Still. Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? The truth, Phoenix. She's old enough. Ha. Finally figured it out. Have you tried? You finally realized how terrible a crime being painfully, you finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Godot. The entrance to the sacred cabin looks like a freaking puzzle, workshop. Guess she's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because my Faye isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect a tribe. Just like it was your job to protect me, a Faye. 2 sisters caught up in the worst circumstance. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their side. You were the only one who could have saved them. That's not true. Well, Maya, maybe. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Huh. What did I just say, tribe? Being oblivious to a heinous crime in itself is heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all. Mr. Nick? Is what that man said true? He'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. Maybe. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Maybe try channeling her spirit. Hiya. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the master seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. To be continued. We really should have told Pearl how horrible her mother was. Could have saved us some trouble, you're right. Yeah, well, I guess we're going to trial next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all there. Have a great day. Bye.